Welcome class to Chapter 3. Chapter 3 is going to cover working with text and CSS. Chapter 3 will have 5 videos corresponding to the 5 lessons and then 1 assignment video. So our objectives for Chapter 3 are to create unordered and ordered lists, create a cascading style sheet, and apply, edit, and add rules, understand related files and media queries, add Adobe Edge web fonts, and use coding tools to view and edit rules. So each one of those objectives will correspond to a lesson. So we'll begin kind of slowly with the unordered and ordered lists, and then when we get into the CSS side of things, that's when the concepts will become a little bit more. So just please let me know if you need some extra guidance with the CSS. I'm more than happy to meet with you one-on-one through a Blackboard Collaborate session. So let's begin by looking at Lesson 1. So before we get into Lesson 1, there's a few terms that the introduction of the chapter starts with, and that's cascading style sheets. So previously you've had CIS 154, which has covered cascading style sheets. And so you've coded CSS, and now we're just going to use Dreamweaver in this chapter to create styles, as also to edit styles. Okay, so we can define consistent formatting attributes for our entire site using CSS, and we can also apply formatting to any element, whether that element be a class, an ID, or an actual HTML tag. We also can create lists for Chapter 3, and we're going to look at unordered, ordered, and definition lists. And these are a way to break up a large piece of text or to create a navigation bar for our website. So how do we create unordered and ordered lists? Okay, first of all, what are they? Unordered lists are unordered, meaning they do not have a number assigned to them. So they do not need to appear in a specific sequence. They're usually preceded by a bullet or a small dot, and they're sometimes called bulleted lists. In Dreamweaver, the default bullet style is a round dot, and to change that, we can use our CSS Designers panel that will use CSS to do so. You can create a rule to modify the unordered list that will apply to all lists in a website. And so here's our CSS Designer. So here's just an example of a rule that is for unordered and ordered lists using the UL and the OL tag. And this one is applying padding. And we got left padding of 40 pixels to all UL and OL tags. So ordered lists are our numbered lists, so they are presented in a specific sequence. And they are preceded by sequential numbers or maybe Roman numerals using letters. You can format an ordered list to show different styles of numbers or letters, again using cascading style sheets. So here is an example. Here is ordered list element, the list style type, and then this one is using the value of decimal, okay, which I think is the default. Definition lists are our third way that we can create a list, and definition lists are kind of like a hanging indent. So you have your term, and then there's a tab in, and then here is the definition. Okay, so that's a definition of what a definition list is. So we're going to look at W3 schools because the book doesn't go through how you would go ahead and create definition lists. Back in older versions of Dreamweaver, we could actually use the menu to do so. No longer. The book just mentions it, and then we actually have to code it by using the correct tags. So this might be something that you would be interested in doing for your coffee shop website, but it opens up with a definition list tag or a DL tag, and then our terms, okay, are with a DT, opening DT, closing DT, and then what is going to be indented underneath that term is in the definition, okay? And that's how it's laid out, okay? So if we look at this, we can see coffee, and then we have an indentation, Okay, so that is how you would code a definition list. So again, no menu options in Dreamweaver to do so. You would actually have to go into code view, split view, and actually code the tags yourself. Okay, next step is to complete pages 3.6 through 3.9. So this will be the practice through for Striped Umbrella for lesson 1. Okay, so it says on the SPA page, let's go ahead and open up, or I'm sorry, in Striped Umbrella, let's go ahead and open up the SPA page. And it says select the 3 items and their descriptions under the massages heading. So I'm going to use design view for most of this. So under the massages heading, we're going to grab sports massage, Swedish massage, and hot stone massage. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the insert panel, and then we're going to click on unordered list. So we get our bullets. And then you're going to repeat the same process for the terms that are underneath, their information that's underneath facials. And the same thing with body treatments. Now body treatments only has the 3. Make sure that you don't accidentally get the call the C spa desk paragraph. Now let's take a look at the code that was created for this. You can use either split or code. And we have massages, then we have the beginning of the UL, and then opening LI to closing LI. They're using a break tag to create that line feed, and that's the same process that happens underneath facials as well as our body treatments. Okay, so continuing on to page 3-8, we're going to create an ordered list, and we're going to be adding some content to this page. So after extension 39, you can just get your cursor, or you can hit enter and get your cursor. You may want to pull it up so that there's not so much spacing there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go File, Open, and we're going to navigate to our data files. Chapter 3, questions.txt. Control A on your keyboard, Control C to copy. And then where your cursor is in SPA, we're going to Control V to paste the text in. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take how do I schedule spa services all the way through the end of this content. And these are going to be numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to use an ordered list to format. Then we're going to take questions you may have, this paragraph. And if you notice down in the bottom here, this is called the tag selector area. I can click on any one of these and it'll take me to that particular area. But right now we're working with the paragraph that has the content questions you may have. Let's go ahead and click on Window and come to Properties to open up our Properties Inspector. We're going to change this from a paragraph to a heading 3 format. Okay, so now we have some bolding as what headings do. Okay, that is your lesson 1.